Penguin Audio presents Ghana Must Go by Taiye Selasi, read by Adjoa Andoh. For Juliet Modupe Twakley, MD. Not sunflowers, not roses, but rocks in patterned sand grow here, and bloom. Robert Hayden, Approximations. A word forgot to remember what to forget, and every so often let the truth slip. Renee C. Neblett, Snapshots. Part 1. Gone. Chapter 1. Kwaku dies barefoot on a Sunday before sunrise, his slippers by the doorway to the bedroom, like dogs. At the moment, he is on the threshold between sunroom and garden, considering whether to go back to get them. He won't. His second wife, Amma, is asleep in that bedroom, her lips parted loosely, her brow lightly furrowed, her cheek hotly seeking some cool patch of pillow, and he doesn't want to wake her. He couldn't if he tried. She sleeps like a cocoyam, a thing without senses. She sleeps like his mother, unplugged from the world. Their house could be robbed by Nigerians in flip-flops, rolling right up to their door in rusting Russian army tanks, eschewing subtlety entirely, as they've taken to doing on Victoria Island. Or so he hears from his friends, the crude oil kings and cowboys demobbed to Greater Lagos, that odd breed of African, fearless and rich. And she'd go on snoring sweetly, a kind of musical arrangement, dreaming sugar plums and Tchaikovsky. She sleeps like a child, but he's carried the thought anyway, from bedroom to sunroom, making a production of being careful, a show for himself. He does this, has always done this since leaving the village, little open-air performances for an audience of one, or for two, him and his cameraman, that silent, invisible cameraman who stole away beside him all those decades ago in the darkness before daybreak, with the ocean beside, and who has followed him every day, everywhere since, quietly filming his life, or the life of the man who he wishes to be and who he left to become. In this scene, a bedroom scene, the considerate husband, who doesn't make a peep as he slips from the bed, moving the covers aside noiselessly, setting each foot down separately, taking pains not to wake his unwakeable wife, not to get up too quickly, thus unsettling the mattress, crossing the room very quietly, closing the door without sound, and down the hall in this manner, through the door, into the courtyard, where she clearly can't hear him but still on his toes, across the short heated walkway from master wing to living wing, where he pauses for a moment to admire his house. It's a brilliant arrangement, this one-story compound, by no means novel, but functional and elegantly planned. Simple courtyard in the middle, with a door at each corner to the living, dining, master and guest bedroom wings. He sketched it on a napkin in a hospital cafeteria in his 3rd year of residency, at 31 years old. At 48, bought the plot off a Neapolitan patient, a rich land speculator with mafia ties and type 2 diabetes, who moved to Accra because it reminds him of Naples in the 50s, he says, the wealth pressed against want, fresh sea air against sewage, filthy poor against filthier rich at the beach. At 49, found a carpenter who was willing to build it, the only Ghanaian who didn't balk at putting a hole in a house. The carpenter was 70 with cataracts and a six-pack. He finished in 2 years, working impeccably and alone. At 51, moved his things in, but found it too quiet. At 53, took a second wife. Elegantly planned. Now he stops at the top of the square between doorways, where the blueprint is obvious, where he can see the design, and considers it as the painter must consider the painting, or the mother the newborn, with confusion and awe, that this thing which sprang to life there inside the mind or body has made it here to the outside, a life of its own. Slightly baffled.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?